look at all these cool guys. One especially cool sea creature that you may not have heard about is called the phylum Nemertea, also known as Nemertini, Nemertinia, or Rhynchocoela. They are most commonly known as ribbon worms.
Nemerteans range in size from a few millimeters to over a meter, and they are generally long and slim. Many have color patterns of red, green, yellow, orange, and red, and they are dorsally flattened and bilaterally symmetrical. And while many of them, or they are primarily aquatic, many of them actually live on land.
Larger species of Nemerteans can be broken up into fragments that grow into full individuals. Most species reproduce sexually, developing into juveniles, or smaller adults, or planuliform larvae. When the larvae are fully developed, the juvenile bursts out of the larva body and eats its remains in a process of metamorphosis. Most species of Nemerteans can live up to 18 months.
Oh hey! The Nemertea has a third gut from the mouth to the anus. It also has an inversible proboscis contained in a fluid-filled cavity known as the rhynchocoel. In some, the proboscis is unarmed, but often secretes a sticky fluid. It is used to capture prey as it shoots out of the rhynchocoel and wraps around the prey, as toxic secretions immobilize it. Some kinds of Nemertea are actually tipped with a piercing barb known as a stylet. The stylets are then used to stab the prey repeatedly.
Consider the following.
Consider this. Nemertea have 3 embryonic tissue layers. The outermost tissue layer is made of ciliated epithelial tissue, which secretes mucus upon which the cilia can glide. Beneath this outermost layer is the dermis. Beneath the dermis are 3 layers of muscle tissue. A type of connective tissue called the mesenchyme lies within these layers. It contains a body cavity called the rhynchocoel, which runs along the midline of the body. Because of this unconventional body cavity, Nemertea are considered pseudo-coelomate.
Hey, did you know that some Nemertea have a little dagger in their mouths called a stylet? Whoa, the stylet is a little barb that releases poison or digestive enzymes. Ugh. In fact, Nemertea with a stylet are part of the class Anolpa. These worms also have a brain behind their mouths. Cool! This class also includes the orders Palonemertea and Heteronemertea. The second class of Nemertea are called Anolpa, and they have no stylet. Wah, wah. But their mouths are behind their brains. Awesome! This class includes orders Beldonanemertea and Hoplonemertea. Fun fact, Hoplonemertea are parasitic and can live on land as well as the ocean.
Each species of Nemertea has a unique method of fertilization depending on its habitat. Some release their eggs into water, while others protect them in a cocoon or lay them in a burrow. Locomotion also varies depending on habitat. Some species use muscular wings to crawl or peristalsis to burrow, and aquatic species use a dorsal-ventral undulations to swim.
Nemerteans are part of the spirally-clade protozoans, specifically Lophotrochozoa. They have a circulatory system that contains the rhynchocoel and the peripheral vessels, as well as a developed nervous system that consists of a brain and nerve cord. The brain is composed of a ring of 4 ganglia positioned around the rhynchocoel. Respiration occurs over the surface of the body through the skin. Nemerteans are generally carnivorous. Some like to feed on small invertebrates like crustaceans and annelids, or the eggs of invertebrates, while certain species feed on microbes.
This is a phylogenetic tree of Nemertea and other taxa we dissected in my top secret lab using morphological characteristics. As you can see, Nemertea is sister taxa with Annelida, meaning they share a most recent common ancestor at this point and are most closely related. This is most likely due to a loss of appendages at this point, which is a distinguishing feature of all worms. Here is a phylogenetic tree comparing Nemertea with the same taxa, but this time using 16S DNA sequences. This should be a more accurate representation of the position of Nemertea, since DNA sequencing is more precise than looking at physical characteristics. As you can see in this tree, Nemertea is sister taxa with the clade containing Arthropoda and Mollusca. This differs from the previous tree in which Nemertea and Annelida were sister taxa, and shows that Nemertea are more closely related to Arthropoda and Mollusca on a molecular level. Despite no longer being sister taxa, Nemertea and Annelida are still closely related in that they share a common ancestor at this point.
The oldest fossil record of Nemerteans dates back to the Middle Triassic period, approximately 250 million years ago. These fossils were preserved in a mudflat in Germany. According to J.M. Tuberville, Nemertea is sister taxa with Mollusca in the clade containing Annelida and Platyhelminths. This new tree looks slightly different because it uses mitochondrial DNA in addition to RNA sequences for 8 metazoan taxa. Both Nemertea and Mollusca fall under the clade P, which is comprised of protostomes. This tree and our 16S DNA tree both show Nemertea and Mollusca as closely related, while our first tree made for morphological characteristics does not. This may be because we did not consider the larval stage as a morphological characteristic, and Mollusca, Annelida, and Nemertea all share a unique larval stage known as trochophore larvae.
Did you know that some orders of Nemertea have a branched proboscis, and when they shoot it out to eat prey, it looks like a bunch of sticky spaghetti? Whoa, so weird!